Welcome to a special edition, a spooktacular edition of the Essex County Ghost Project Paranormal News Spooktacular Halloween Special. It's Halloween.
Hi, Halloweenies. My name is Lisa, and today we're going to be doing painted and decorated pumpkins. This is a new version of decorating pumpkins. It's a no-cut pumpkin. Last night I painted one of mine green. You can paint them any color you want: blue, green, white, purple.
Right. Well, let me just give you. So right now we got Paulino on the line because and he's been doing the paranormal for not many years. 5 years total. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I flipped the numbers in my head. 50 years this year. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It can be a dubious honor.
No, it's a great honor. I don't know anybody that's been in the field for 50 years.
Well, I really am grateful for your kind words, and it's been a very, very exciting time. Good enough to go to heaven, or not bad enough to go to hell. And I wondered if ghosts that we hear about in all cultures, all throughout history, might have been maybe our souls in purgatory, right? And to me that it didn't work out that way. But I mean, at the time, it sounded like a good idea. So my first case, which I started researching 50 years ago this month, was in Northeast Connecticut, which is a very well-known, lovely place to go. It's very quiet. But there's several abandoned villages there, and this was one of them. It was known, I found out, as the Village of Voices. And because you would go in there and hear all these things happening that nobody was there, seemingly. So that was my first field case. And that's really how I got started. And my idea was maybe these people are in purgatory. Well, they didn't. When all was said and done, they didn't seem to be dead at all. Never mind any kind of purgatory. And I started to wonder if the old ideas really were correct. So right out of the gate in 1970 and 71 and 72, I began to question the old ideas of whether we're really dealing with dead people or not. Maybe it was something far more.
That was the legendary Paulino. Paul's a great friend, a great investigator, and he's been doing this a long time. A lot of great information. Doing well with that, Lisa. So, what else do you think kids could do on a night like this? Since trick or treating has been put away for the night.
This is what I would do. Yeah. I would make, instead of doing an Easter hunt, I would do a Halloween hunt, and you could either have make your own Halloween baskets and hide those and let the kids find it. If it was a nice night and it wasn't snowing, I would have hid candy around the yard, lit some candles, put my Halloween lights out in the yard, and let the kids find their own candy. If it's a cold night like tonight, I would have prepared the baskets for them and hid them in the house. Give the kids, shut off the lights, light some candles, give them flashlights, and let them and decorate the house and let them find their own baskets. That's what I would have done.
But so you get calls from people who lost their pets.
Yes,
which is tough enough to deal with when you lose a pet.
Yeah, it's not just, I don't just talk with deceased animals, I talk with living animals as well. I mean, I would say most of my clientele usually have animals that are still alive. Yeah, I talk with all sorts of animals, wild animals, but more so domesticated animals, people's house pets, or horses, cows, chickens. The only animals I don't talk to are snakes and spiders. And
greetings from the Triangle. We'll be switching over. So, you've been researching this is Kristen Evans. She's been researching the Bridgewater Triangle for how long?
About 12 years now.
12 years. Wow, that's a long time, isn't it?
Yep. It's a vast subject.
Yes, it is. And how big is the triangle, do we think?
Well, the official map is around 200 square miles and about 17 towns.
Yeah.
But there's a large belief that it extends beyond the borders of the official map.
I agree with you on that one. So what is your opinion? Instead of 200 square miles and 17 towns, I actually agree it's a lot bigger than that. We've had this discussion. But I'm going to, since you're the expert down there and I'm still the learner, what do you think goes on? How big do you think it is? Let's start there.
If I had to guess, like, where a more accurate map would be, I would say it was more like a swath that came from Boston to Narragansett. So, from, like, the original Mass Bay Colony to Plymouth Colony, and where Rhode Island was settled back in the...
A good amount, fair amount for a given situation.
Well, that's excellent. So, you guys make up Paranormal 5, and what's interesting about your group is it's a family group. It's not just a group of people. It's you, your husband, and your kids.
You're right.
Which is one of the few groups in this area that are made up that way. Actually, I think the only... Oh, wait a minute, Kathy's group, too.
It's me and my daughter and my son.
Yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is.
So, you know... Yeah, sorry about that, Kathy.
That's okay.
I just
It's
drew
all
a
right,
blank.
Tom. I have only,
It's been a long night. It's been a... We even had activity here. We've had the heat...
We've actually had some
change.
activity here tonight.
Oh, really?
We had the temperature change. Something fell off the wall. It's been a fun evening so far. So, how long you guys been together for at Paranormal 5?
We kind of started this about a year and a half ago. Like, we had big talks about doing this, but finally, like, getting it and doing
We're
it.
coming down to the end of this historic moment. Woo! 3 hours. 3 hours and actually 15 minutes. We pulled off...
Don't forget to turn your clocks back
tonight. Yeah, don't forget to turn the clocks back tonight. That would be a fun thing. If you didn't do that, you'd be messed up tomorrow morning when you're getting up.
I still think I'm going to be messed up.
Yeah, probably. I want to thank everybody at the studio for allowing this to happen tonight, because without Daniel and without everybody else, this would never happen. So I want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Tom, for having me on.
Thank you, Kathy, for coming.